You're listening to the Back Home Network, presented by Home Field Apparel.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. I win. Google me.
I know I probably cook people's spreads and stuff like that. We're always looking for the Indiana money line, which is the win.
Pay that man his money.
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
James, what's up, man? Crimson Cash, we are back. My God, what a start to the season. How you doing, man? We're in week 8.
I'm doing great. I root for the best team in college football and the best team in professional football, so I couldn't be happier right now.
Well, and we are also brought to you by the best brand in college in all athletics, Home Field Apparel. Check them out at homefieldapparel.com. Use promo code HOME23 for 15% off your first purchase. They have all kinds of stuff. They have the Indiana Bomber jacket back in stock, so if you missed it the first time, get it now. And what a better time to wear it when Indiana is getting first place votes. We'll get to Indiana stuff, but my God, man, what a weekend. What a weekend, James.
We went 7-2 last week here at Crimson Cash. We are now 42-27 on the season. So that means if you were to take a $10 bet and bet everything we've predicted the entire year, I wouldn't recommend doing that, but you'd be up $145 already. So you could buy yourself some Home Field Apparel.
Not bad. Exactly. Not bad. Did you have any Indiana money line action? Because I did.
I did not. I did take some Oregon money line late in the game when they were over 2-1, just as an emotional hedge, just in case, because I didn't trust the referees and the officiating in that game. So I'm totally fine losing a few bucks on that, because that was a purely emotional hedge right there, just in case shit went sideways.
That was my I did the Indiana money line at like 10 minutes before the game, like whatever, throwing $15 on it. Like I'll be happy to lose it. And then I didn't. And it was awesome.
Good for you, man.
The under based on Galen. So there you go.
Nice.
All right. Let's get to some games here. And by the way, we have 2 new songs that even you, James, don't know about. We have music for people say I don't look at comments. I do. We had some comments on the YouTube channel. So thank you to Not Ringo, KNOT Ringo. Who had some song ideas for Michigan State and Nebraska. I kind of took the Nebraska one off a different way, but it gave me an idea. So it's kind of a tangential suggestion, but I definitely took the MSU one into consideration. So we have Michigan State and Nebraska now taken care of. Thank you to our wonderful listeners.
I hope the Nebraska one is just the sound of popcorn popping.
These could all be changed too as well. All right, let's start with Nebraska. By the way, they're not at home, but we will play it just because it's new to the show. We have Nebraska. Counting Crows singing Omaha. And they're not in Omaha, but it's close.
What a terrible Counting Crows song. I love the Counting Crows, but even I think that song's terrible.
I don't think it's that. I like it. It's all right. They are at Minnesota, and Minnesota is a 7.5 point underdog at home.
Over a touchdown dog. Minnesota did not look great against Purdue, but Nebraska, coming off their travel over to Maryland and a big win, I don't see them winning by more than a touchdown here. I love this hook. I don't think the Gophers win, but they're definitely going to cover this 7.5.
All right, next up, 2 teams we don't have songs for. So, listeners, we need help for Washington and Michigan. We need to get the entire Big Ten, all 8.
We just need dogs, Huskies howling for Washington. That seems easy.
Yeah,
or something. A line from the movie Sled Dogs, starring Cuba Gooding Jr. No, please, no.
Not Sled Dogs either. All right. So Washington's at Michigan. Mr. Brightside is still out there for Michigan. I just don't want to give them something that they actually like. Michigan at home, 4-2, is a Washington 5-1 quietly. But they are a 5.5 point underdog going into the Big House in Michigan.
Washington may be the most disrespected team in the country. They're 5-1. They're not ranked. I actually think they have a real chance to win this game. So I'm going to take 5.5 points and be happy about it. I might sprinkle a little on the money line here.
I like that.
I'm
And
not convinced Michigan can move the ball very well anymore.
agreed on all of those counts. I like all of that. All right, next up we have Purdue going to Northwestern.
By the way, Penn State's new sound should be that Northwestern meow, because that's who they are now.
Oh, that's dude, so perfect. You are so right.
Northwestern cost us money last week on the Hoosier hot streak.
They did, but they helped end James Franklin's era, so that was fun. They are now a 3.5 point favorite at home,
which is yeah, I this seemed a little low to me. I thought Purdue would probably be a bigger underdog, but I'm going to go ahead and take the Boilers. Their offense is better than Penn State's. So it just depends on what the weather's going to be like in that game. We're looking at some real bad weather this weekend in the Midwest. I'm going to go ahead and take the Boilers to cover 3.5. This gets under a field goal. I'll go ahead and take Northwestern.
All right, next up, we have Ohio State going to Wisconsin. This is the best moment of the week for Wisconsin. And there will be very few people jumping around, because I think by the time we get to the third to fourth quarter, not a lot of people will be sticking around to watch Wisconsin get boat raced by Ohio State. Ohio State could have this covered by the third quarter. They are a 25.5 point favorite on the road.
Yeah, the only people jumping around will be the ones that drove from Columbus or Chicago area alumni who drove up to the game. So, yeah, Ohio State's going to cover this. This is pretty low to me, 25.5, because Wisconsin is terrible, absolutely terrible. They couldn't score against Iowa last week. I dare say they might get shut out again this week. So go ahead and give me the Bucks to roll.
All right, Oregon is going to Rutgers, west to east. Oregon is a 17.5 point favorite at Rutgers. James, the question to you is, are we going to see a similar situation like Penn State had, where they played a really tough game against a tough opponent? I mean, Oregon didn't play as tough, but anyway, big game. Is there a possible letdown here where Oregon stumbles the week after a huge game?
This is not. They will put somebody in concrete boots and drop them into a river somewhere or a swamp in Jersey. I feel bad for Rutgers, because I think Oregon is going to lay the beatdown of all beatdowns on them. Now, Rutgers offense can put up a few points, I think, and I think they will. But I think Oregon's just going to score at will in this game, and they've got a bad taste in their mouth, and they're going to go out and prove something. I think the Ducks absolutely roll in this. I think this could be 27.5, quite honestly. And the reason it's not, I think, is because the West Coast to East Coast. But this is a 6:30 game, so body clock's probably not going to be as affected. So go ahead and give me the Ducks to just hammer Rutgers.
I was thinking of you as I saw the Penn State score going down, or them losing, because I remember on our Crimson Cash last week, you're like, Penn State's off they're not going to cover anything anymore. I'm not betting them to cover anything. I don't trust them to cover anything. And you were so right about that. I'm not sure you're going to trust them to pick anything anymore, but man, we're not, Penn State's not playing this week, so we can't talk about it, but man.
They are.
Are they?
Yep. We just haven't gotten to it yet.
I don't see him as one of the picks, or you didn't send it to me. All right, we'll keep going, and I'll find it. All right, next up, we have Maryland.
No, sorry, I was looking ahead to lines.
That's what I'm saying. They're not playing this week, right?
No, they are not.
Okay, yeah. So give us your Penn State thoughts, like just the big news in the Big Ten. They're not playing this weekend. We're not going to be able to talk about it. And give us your Franklin thoughts.
If you'd have put money on Northwestern to win that game, how much would you have had to put to make as much money as James Franklin did from the outcome of it?
What if you had a Northwestern Indiana money line parlay?
That is unbelievable to me. And the fact that they're paying him so much money to leave, they're not going to get anybody better. We've seen this happen where, you fire a coach and it's like, oh shit, nobody actually wants to come here. I got a feeling that's kind of what's going to happen with Penn State. I mean, who wants to go there? They fired a guy who was in the freaking semifinals for college football playoff last year. He won a damn college football playoff game at home. I mean, there has to be something else going on here. This has to be irreconcilable differences.
So the one thing I will say, I heard this on 3, has some pretty good college football talk. He does have in the contract, at least they were reporting this in the contract, there is a clause there that if he gets another job, which I'm sure he will, that goes off the buyout amount. So if he gets a job for, $10 million a year, that buyout could literally only be about $2 or $3 million a year for Penn State. So I'm just throwing that out there. Like, I don't think it's as bad as it sounds. Now, I've always wondered, it's really funny if, how it's worded, if that's like just coaching or if it could be analyst, but it would be funny if you're Franklin, you're like, hey, Penn State, eat it. I'm just not going to get a job. Like, I'm just going to take 3 years off.
You can volunteer to coach high school football or something, like just to stick it to him.
Yeah, working at the Salvation Army. Like, I'm just going to enjoy 48 and make you pay the full 48 million.
I don't get it. I don't get paying that much money to get rid of him because I don't know what's better out there. I mean, they've got an interim coach now. Will they rally for him? I mean, these things all remain to be seen. But the future does not look great for them. And a bunch of recruits are already hitting the portal and are getting high U offers, which is just fantastic. And Cignetti's not going to Penn State. Anybody who thinks that is sniffing glue. Put the bag down and get some fresh air.
Agreed. No, I mean, Galen and I talked about it in the last podcast. Go listen to that. And my thoughts are there. It's like, I honestly, I think if you are just saying Penn State's the better job, you're living kind of in 5 or 10 years ago. Like, it's just
40 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah. You look at everything that's out there. It's like, yeah, Penn State is a name brand. They have a bigger stadium. They probably have maybe a bigger budget in some areas, but Indiana's NIL is just there. We're paying our assistants more right now than Penn State is. And, there might be a little bit more money at Penn State, but you're not going to have the same control of that money that he has at Indiana.
I mean, you would do it if you went to Penn State. Now, if that was his alma mater, then I would start to get spooked. But it's not. So I'm not worried at all.
Well, but the other thing too is if you think about it, like if you're Penn State, Cignetti has a team right now that can win the national championship, and he knows that. So he's going to stick with this team through the end. He's not leaving Indiana right now. Like, that'll happen at the end of the season. So if you're Cignetti, it's like you're going to leave in, so you're going to be playing into January probably with Indiana. So you're just going to let Penn State sit there, miss the first portal window, miss all the recruiting. Like, if they don't,
who's available right now,
really takes that job in mid to late January, next year is going to be kind of just a rebuild year. Like, you're going to have to redo everything and you're going to be behind the 8 ball. And I keep saying, if you're Cignetti, it's like he's 64 years old, which is fine, but it's like you only have so many more years left to go win a title.
That's true.
Do you want to
go? I don't even think they're looking at Cignetti. I don't. I think there's kind of a gentleman's agreement, unwritten rule. You just kind of do that in conference. Go poach another coach mid-season or whatever. You don't do that. I do think there are some people out there that who are currently not head coaches who they should be looking at. So we'll see if they call Urban Meyer and Pat Fitzgerald. Those would be my 2 top calls I would make.
Somebody did mention it would be funny. I mean, Pat Kraft is their AD who had Indiana ties, which is always interesting. And then somebody mentioned in our YouTube, our live show that Galen and I did after the Oregon recap. It would have been awesome had this all kind of transpired last year, because Tom Allen was their defensive coordinator. And there was a world where Tom Allen could have been their interim coach against us. That would have been funny, but nope. Tom Allen is over at Clemson in another dumpster fire of a season.
Yeah, all right. Defense is doing real great there.
Yeah. All right. So we are going to next. Maryland is going out to the hottest team in the Big Ten outside of Indiana, UCLA, the Bruins. They had the dead coach bounce. They fired, what was it?
Foster.
Thank you. Foster fired their coach. They've been on fire, 2-0. Do they keep it going, James? They are a 3.5-point favorite at home. My God, Maryland, who was like getting talk of going undefeated, like are they going to be in the Big Ten title game? Maryland's now a 3.5-point underdog at UCLA.
Okay, I don't remember anybody talking about Maryland going undefeated or being in the Big Ten title game. I don't remember that. Maybe I'm mistaken. But UCLA has found something offensively here, and I think that they're probably going to keep it rolling until they play Indiana. I think this is probably their last chance to sneak up on somebody before there's enough tape to really shut them down. I don't know that Loxley and his staff are the ones to do that, so I'm going to go ahead and take the Bruins to win at home and cover.
I like that. All right, next up, we don't have a song for Notre Dame. We'll stick with USC. They're going out, coming to South Bend. All right, USC is going to South Bend. USC is a 9.5-point underdog in South Bend.
I think that this is a pretty nice spread to get here if you like the Trojans. 9.5 is pretty good. I think they cover this pretty easy. I think they have a real chance to win this game too. I wouldn't mind. I might sprinkle a little bit on the money line here, depending on what the weather is going to be like. Like I said, we're going to have some crappy weather maybe on Saturday here. So, but this is a night game at Notre Dame, so it's going to be loud. It's going to be crazy. But USC can score, and Notre Dame's defense is not Notre Dame's defense from last year. Will USC be able to stop Notre Dame's running attack? That also will be another factor in this game. But I think 9.5 is way too much to be given the Trojans, so I'm going to go ahead and take them points.
All right, last up, game of the week. Always, we have Michigan State at IU. Have a new Michigan State song when they're not playing at home, but we're going to play it anyway. Tell me what you think.
If you made it standing next to you in the conversation, sexual protection is a key because you're a Trojan man. You hot as a sauna, kissing on a caught up in the moment.
This was the recommendation. We do the old Trojan Man song.
Wouldn't that make more sense for USC?
It could. They already have California. California.
The Trojans and Spartans are two completely different things.
You don't like this? Okay.
No, I don't. We should play the IU song, Fernando by ABBA.
He's not on their team. Anyway, I found a Trojan Man rap song. It's what our James. It's what the fans want. It's what not Ringo wanted. So there you go. It's Trojan Man. It's a Trojan Man
who am I to argue? Who am I to argue with the listeners and commenters?
This is something Galen and I were talking about. Indiana. This might be the largest spread we've ever had in the brass spittoon game. Indiana is a 27.5-point favorite at home. I honestly don't remember us being a favorite this large in any Big Ten game. This is the podcast to talk about it. So you give us your thoughts. Have we ever been a favorite this large in a Big Ten game? But what do you like in Indiana, Michigan State this weekend?
I think we were this big a favorite against Purdue last year. I think maybe even more.
It's a good call.
So yes, we have in a Big Ten game, but I will say without doing any research, this is the largest spread IU has ever been favored against Michigan State. Michigan State is a historically good football program and IU is not. So I don't like this spread. I hate it. I absolutely hate it, but I'm going to go ahead and pick the Hoosiers to cover it, mainly because I think they're going to score a ton of points and not give up very many. But I worry about maybe a backdoor touchdown when IU's pulled all their starters after the third quarter. I doubt we see Fernando in the fourth quarter of this game.
That would be a very fair bet. I wonder what the first half, the first half line is, the first quarter.
I can tell you real quick if you'd like to hold on.
First half would be interesting because I could see us blowing the doors off early, and then although this Michigan State team
half spread is 14.5.
I like that. I like that better than the 27.5.
And the first quarter is at either 6.5 or 7.5. I would not like a 7.5 in a first quarter spread.
Nope. No. I would be interested in 6.5, 7.5. Those first quarter spreads. It's like it's like one bad drive and you're done. You're basically betting
or one long drive to start, by the other team. You never know. That's always tricky. I don't like those first quarter bets. I do like some first half bets, but my Hoosier hot streak bet on this game is a little different than normal. So
let's get to that. All right, our Hoosier hot streak, which last week did not hit.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. I win. Google me.
Had nothing to do with the man who we had to Google. It was all because of Penn State. So thank you, Penn State, for screwing up the Hoosier hot streak. So we got to restart again. Let's go with what's our first bet this week?
So when we restart our Hoosier hot streak, it's just a pro IU bet. And for each week we win, we add on a leg. So we're starting this week with over 39.5 team total for the Indiana Hoosiers.
Okay, just team total points. I like it.
Yeah, that number seems pretty low to me. Michigan State has given up that many points. Let me read off to you who they've given up that many points to.
Okay.
42 to Boston College, 24 to Youngstown State, 45 to USC, 38 to Nebraska, and 38 to UCLA. So I like IU to get over that 39.5. I think we're looking at somewhere around 42 to 49 points for the Hoosiers and somewhere between 3 and 10 for the Spartans.
Last week, Keegan slice of the pie. Oh, you got your dog in the background. Your dog's there.
Oh yeah, this is Patty.
Oh, hey, doggy. Keegan slice of the pie. We had the winning bet was what, Indiana plus 7.5.
Yes, that was it. Yes.
All right, so that means easy win. Keegan won the slice of the pie. Let's see what Keegan got. I need to pull that image up here. It took me a second. I didn't have it up, but here it is. All right, so Keegan went. So it was a big win. He was able to get breadsticks and a pizza off that win, right?
Well, he was home. He's home from fall break.
Okay.
So I drove down to West Lafayette and picked him up, and so he was home all weekend. And so he won. And so we got bacon covered cheese sticks and pizza from Pizza Hut. So
which was better?
I thought the bacon covered cheese sticks were the best part of it.
Not bad. I'm not a big Pizza Hut fan. I would not have voted for that. That's near the bottom of my pizza list. But hey, if they want to sponsor,
he enjoys it and doesn't get it when he's in West Lafayette. So it was, he really likes their pepperoni.
Okay. Does he has he been enjoying the Keegan slice of the pie this season?
Yes, he enjoys pizza.
Fair enough. All right. So what's our slice of the pie this week?
Okay, we don't have one picked out yet. All right, because there's too many good top 25 matchups. So I want to throw it out there. Either you and I can decide, or we could do a quick poll and I can put it up tomorrow on
you and I
X.
decide. This is we control this. Let's do it.
All right. So we have LSU and Vandy. That's a 2.5 point spread.
Okay.
Vanderbilt being a home favorite. All right. We have Georgia is hosting Ole Miss, and Georgia's a 7.5 point favorite.
I like that.
Well, just wait. We got a couple other interesting ones here. We got the USC Notre Dame game, which we've already covered, so it won't be that. We have Tennessee at Alabama with an 8.5 point spread. It's number 11 versus number 6 there. And then we have Utah and BYU, number 23 versus number 15, and a 3.5 point spread and a night game on Saturday. You say no to that. That's a no. Oh, but I really like that because BYU is an underdog, and I think they're going to win outright.
That's not no. We're not doing that.
That's a no for you. Okay,
I think that one of the three choices are Ole Miss, Georgia, Tennessee, Alabama, or USC, Notre Dame.
Okay. You said USC, Notre Dame, Georgia,
or Tennessee, Alabama. I think those are we got to pick one of those three.
I think the Tennessee Alabama game. That sounds pretty good. That's the 7:30 game.
Let's do it. Are we doing points?
It's an 8.5 point spread right now. So that's
all right. We'll do Tennessee plus 8.5, right? And then Alabama is 8.5 point favorite.
Yep.
Okay, so there you go. Keegan.
So we'll get that up on X for everybody to vote on the poll. Or if you're watching or listening on Spotify, there should be a poll below. And if you just want to leave it in the comments on YouTube, I'll check there before I place the bet.
All right, Tennessee plus 8.5, Alabama negative 8.5. I got two other things for you, James, before we wrap up. So I don't want to. I made a bet earlier in the year. We've talked about my Mendoza Heisman bet. We both have. I'm holding on to that one. We're rolling that one for a while.
Still holding on to that. Yep.
After this Oregon win, I also have Indiana plus 8.5 for the season win total, which you and I talked about ad nauseum on our preseason picks, which is a great bet. And that one's going to pay out in 3 weeks. So we'll be good there. But I also had a bet on Indiana to make the college football playoff.
So did I.
Okay. Here's a question I have for you, man. I bet $10 to win 67. So I got it at plus 570. It's going to win 67. But right now I can cash out at $58. So the question is, do I just cash out? I mean, they're probably going to win out. They might lose to Penn State. I think this thing's going to happen, but it's like, this is all for $7 basically, or $9. Like, do I just cash out and take the win right now?
Excellent question, Scott. I had also Indiana to make the college football playoff bet. And after they beat Oregon, it skyrocketed, much like yours did. I have already cashed it out.
Okay, I will cash this out then.
I mean, what do you can take that $58 and you can turn it into more than the $9 you're going to be waiting around for, I think. Maybe not, but I've already cashed mine out in almost the exact same situation as you. So
I will be doing the same. It's in the end, it's not to be right, it's to win money. That's what we're trying to do here. And
look, you're still getting a really good return on a $10 bet. I mean, plus 480, that ain't hay. So I mean, you've won. You've won. All
right. Last thing I will say, just a shameless plug. But if you see this around, you'll see it's me. I mentioned a little bit ago, just for fun, I was making the Signetti Marlboro logo magnets, and if you look on Etsy, just search Signetti magnets.
I thought you were joking.
No, 100%. I make them on Etsy. I have a 3D printer. It's fun. A couple people have bought them. I appreciate it. If you want to buy one on Etsy, just search. It's literally the only ones, like Signetti magnets. It'll be there unless there's other people making them. But make sure it's mine, and then say you found it, like, hey, we'll listen to Crimson Cash. I'll throw in an extra one for you for free. But I had a friend, Robert, who it's not the Robert who lives with me. It's another friend. A lot of Roberts in my life. He is a big fan of the podcast. I gave him a couple magnets, and he turned one into a trailer hitch for his truck, which I was like, that's great. So I've been playing around with some trailer hitch designs. I created a trailer hitch design with the Signetti logo. So if you see this driving around town, it's probably in Westfield. I'll be in Bloomington a couple days a week. If you see that driving around, that could be me. But I'm looking to possibly put these on Etsy. So if anybody wants one, put a comment in there, and I'll send you two, because I gave one to Galen a couple days ago, and he's like, someone's just going to steal it. I'm like, great, that's awesome. Like, two, and one can be stolen and one can be for you. But what do you think of that? Is that a solid truck hitch or what?
I can't remember if my wife's new SUV has a hitch on it or not. If it does, I'm getting one.
No,
if making me one,
I will send you one. You are good to get one, and then let's get these all over the place. And if you have ideas, what else could I 3D print the Signetti logo on? Let me know. What else should I be printing in kind of the underground IU football markets? Because I can't do the logos. Like, I cannot do IU logos because they will take me down. That is copyright infringement. This is possibly copyright infringement. Like, what else could I be doing? I'm up for ideas.
The people of Philip Morris would be the only ones concerned about that. I think they've got bigger fish to fry.
I think they have. Yes, I'd be surprised they're listening. Although, hey, we're always looking for sponsors here on Crimson Cash.
I will smoke as many cigarettes on the podcast as they want me to.
I'm sure they can legally advertise on, like, I don't know what they are even allowed to advertise on it. They probably love this. It's like they're getting advertisement they can't get anywhere else. So anyway.
Well, it's very recognizable, and so like it makes people think of cigarettes, which makes people want to smoke cigarettes. And if you want to smoke a cigarette and you see the Marlboro Red logo, yeah, that's great. That's great for them.
All right, James, this has been awesome. Next week is going to be, I've got to talk to you off air. Next week, I'm on fall break, so I will be coming to you from on location. We'll see how that goes. But looking forward to another week, and keep on making some money.
Back to Turks and Caicos?
Close.
Oh,
very close. It'll all be revealed next week if the internet allows. So we will let everyone know then. Until then, for everyone listening, I always appreciate it. For James, this is Scott for Crimson Cash signing off. Thank you for listening to Crimson Cash, a proud podcast of the Back Home Network.
Queen. Yes, sir. You gotta love this town.